Hey, we're live. Check that out.
Look at
Hey,
us.
this is this is Spike.
This is Drew.
Here's what's on tap for today's Showgram.
We are going back to our boozy roots.
I've got a question about earworms.
And I'm afraid of what that means.
Sit back, strap yourself in. It's time for 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
What more could a girl want than an hour with these two guys?
Oh, yeah!
It's 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
Freaking live radio. God dang it.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? You ready to do a shot and proclaim ourselves open?
When we do it in practice, I just kill it. And then when I go live, it's
You get nervous, with ones of people listening.
I don't though. I perform a lot.
Yes, but those theaters are down dark alleys and people wear overcoats there.
Hey now.
Hey,
what's up, everybody?
now.
It's Tuesday night. Hey.
It is Tuesday night.
Right.
I'm going to say 805liveshows.com is where you find our stuff. Visit us there. See past shows, hear past episodes, find out how to subscribe to the podcast so you can go to bed and or drive to work with Spike and Drew.
Wow.
Let's do a shot, buddy.
You're a rookie, man. I swear to God. Let's do this shot and let's get into this.
So I'm going to start us off with a little weird one. I was in the booze aisle today and I run across this thing, which
For those on the podcast, he's showing a bottle of Bayou something.
Bayou Satsuma rum liqueur.
What?
So, Bayou Satsuma rum liqueur, and I am about to enjoy it for the first time, live and or recorded, depending on when you catch this. So,
right on.
What do you got?
So who are you drinking to?
I am drinking to. Well, it's funny you should mention this. I am drinking to Alva J. Fisher.
Alva J. Fisher. How do I know that name?
Well, for reasons that will become obvious shortly, when I start talking about my weekend, you'll understand why I'm drinking to Alva J. Fisher. So here's to you, Alva.
Cheers.
Cheers. I am going to have to say that Bayou Satsuma liqueur tastes a good bit like Blue Maui.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm not saying that in a complimentary fashion.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Well, hey, I took a shot.
For like party mix or
it would be good in
mama kind of shit or
yeah, that's pretty much what the role I see of it. It's 30% alcohol, so you can slam it all day till the sugar takes over. But
I tell you, and we'll get into this a little bit later of why we're both drinking this particular cocktail. But so back during my little vacation, my little mini vacation back to South Dakota, I drank a lot of Grey Goose.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's because I haven't since I've been back, but I got about a good 3-finger with a little splash of the Hanson's sparkling lime soda.
Ah, there you go.
It doesn't taste right to me.
Well, slam that one and pour yourself another one.
Well, that wasn't too bad. That's a great sound. I don't care what you say about your editing. Right there's.
Well, now I have to leave that in because we're talking about it now.
Right. For those in the podcast, that's a nice ice tumbler of vodka and Hanson's lime soda with a little twist. I did pretty good on the twist too.
That's a nice twist. That also shall play in our segment after we cover the weekend.
Absolutely.
We spent the weekend under the heat dome.
Yeah, we did too.
Lovely. We spent the weekend under the heat dome at soccer games.
Nothing exciting about that. I mean, you've never.
Nothing terribly exciting. This was actually a benefit for one of the parents of the soccer club that Sparkles plays for, who was in Iraq.
I can only imagine that if I were there as a guest, I would really cause a lot of trouble because that's just kind of how I am.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that assessment. But interestingly enough, Sparkles being a 12-year-old girl is on a team with 12-year-old girls, and every team there at Saturday and Sunday was boys. Nobody scored a point on them till Sunday morning. And the team they played Sunday morning, they ended up playing in the final, and these kids scored 3 points on them, and they ended up tying them in the final.
Don't tell me it ends in a tie.
No, they had a shootout and lost, but it was a great story until then. It was a great story till then.
It is. It was.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I got nothing. I mean,
Did none of the things?
Did none of the things, man. I was kind of a little laid up and yeah.
So okay, well, since your weekend was boring, I'll continue on with mine.
Sure. I thought you were done. I mean, you just said you just said you did soccer, so.
Dude, and other things.
All right.
So the reason we toasted to Alva J. Fisher is Alva J. Fisher invented the modern appliance with which I spent the other most of my weekend, being the washing machine. And I have a personal goal to report that I actually, as of the end of business Sunday, had all of the laundry clean for the first time in probably ever.
What compelled you to do that?
I was sick and tired of looking at the shit over by the machine, the sheets. Why would you bother washing sheets when you got 3 more pairs of clean sheets to put on?
So peeling back the onion, question from the floor would be, sure. Are you doing strictly Drew laundry, or are you doing Yoko's as well?
This would be strictly Drew laundry with a wee bit of Ray Ray's laundry tossed in of the stuff that she has here.
For those of you maybe new to the podcast, I like to call her Yoko once in a while, just because.
And I was thinking that was funny the other day, considering the fact that you left the fold to go hang out with Yoko, let's be honest. So if anybody should be called Yoko, it's Mrs. Lucas, but we'll let that go. Because she literally broke up the act.
Right.
But we just Monopoly love, ladies.
Are you talking about the text we were doing with the Monopoly?
No, I was talking about when you moved to the West Coast.
Wow. Oh my God. When she hears that, she's so much trouble, dude.
I hope she pisses herself laughing, because it's all with fun, ladies. We jest, but we love.
That could be very well be true.
So here's another piece.
Years.
Yeah.
Years in September sometime is when it was.
Also, on my weekend, did a little shopping, and I thought, hey, I am out of ginger beer. Needs must I resupply ginger beer. And here I find my Sioux City ginger beer, and they're no longer putting it in a brown bottle. So as I'm putting it away,
all bottles matter, dude.
I know. It gets better. So as I'm putting it away in the fridge, I said to Ray, hey, check it out. They don't even put it in a brown bottle anymore. She says, yeah, and they don't put ginger in it anymore either. I'm like, what? She says, read the ingredients. I just did.
How many times do I have to tell you? And I swear to God, and I totally give Kirk Talon all the props for this. Stolchanea ginger beer is what you need.
Well, they don't have that here in the provinces.
Or shut up. I bet they do.
Dude, there is the one ginger beer we have sitting right here on my desk, and it has no ginger in it. But it's gingery as hell, I'll tell you that.
You need to. Well, a couple things. Let's really talk to the audience right now about you chose to fail in your the project I gave you to go see a Kiss concert.
You are either sounding like a priest or my parents here telling me I chose to fail.
I'm just saying. But the other thing is, I bet you, if you were to really look in either maybe a liquor, like Bevmo kind of place or whatever, they would have it.
You realize this is the land of drive-up liquor stores, not Bevmos.
Do you guys not have like a Bevmo kind of place?
We do not have a Bevmo. We do have a few liquor stores.
Well, yeah. Because where else are you going to play your video lottery and get your scratch tickets?
That would be bars. You don't play video lottery at liquor stores.
Oh, don't you?
No. No.
Oh, thank you.
That was great.
That one.
Great, man. Thanks.
Yeah, Stolchenea ginger beer, man.
I'll have to give it a look. See if I can find it, because Sioux City ginger beer has no ginger, but it is very gingery. So
it's like
I'm all for chemicals.
Skipper and Gilligan and ginger.
I see what you did there.
Right.
So we have decided, in our great wisdom, we are bringing back ourselves to our roots, and we're going to do some boozy segments, which is why I haven't mentioned my drink of choice today.
There
which
you go.
is going into this glass immediately.
Outstanding. Now,
we don't know what we're going to call the segment, but we know we're going to have a segment, and we're going to start it off with some classic cocktails.
What is the segment? Maybe shine some light on them as far as what we want to do with it.
Well, we're going to discuss, starting with the classic cocktails, do's and don'ts, ins and outs, maybe remind some people of some cocktails they may have forgotten.
So the note I wrote to myself on my way to court was
when you're talking about booze,
that the first rule of making cocktails is there really is no wrong way.
Agree to disagree, as we'll discuss.
Wait. Let me finish.
Okay.
Because we'll give you like the basics. But if there's something about the particular recipe that doesn't fit you, then, change it as you wish. We're just going to give you
We are not cocktail snobs.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Well, maybe a little, but not to the extent that a lot of people are cocktail snobs.
Because, yeah. I know Yoko likes, what'd you say, Smirnoff?
Yeah.
Why not just drink dirty water? I mean, just.
That is 27,000% alcohol by volume, and maybe dirty water. I don't know. At any rate, today we're starting off.
The Conrad vodka that I've got is really good too.
You're drinking vodka today. I'm drinking gin. In this shiny flagon is Hendrick's gin, one of my personal favorites.
Yes.
And we're talking about the classic martini today.
So if they don't have a shaker, what can they do?
Well, see, now the martini is a flexible animal. Martini can be made shaken or stirred by your preference.
What's different?
Well, in the words of our favorite president, Mr. Bond is ordering a watered down martini when he orders it shaken, not stirred. But I myself prefer them shaken. It bruises the ice a little, waters it down just a little bit. Difference is
the bite off.
Little bit of the edge off, even if you're using good booze. And if you stir, you're obviously just going to get really cold vodka or gin.
Which that too, that's one of my favorites. I mean, I like the really, and I'm more of a vodka guy than gin.
Sure.
Where I like it super cold, because to me,
yes,
it's almost like you're drinking water.
And that's one of the keys. We refer to them jokingly as a Marbiggy around here, but I'm holding this glass up to the camera. You can't see it on the podcast, but this is a standard size martini stemware. Really, you don't want to use the great big ones, because the warmer a martini gets, the less friendly it gets.
Right, because once that gin gets to a room temperature, you're not going to enjoy it as much.
Nope, you are not going to Mad Men your way through that.
Now, there's a couple different things that you can do to garnish said drink. Now, Drew has gone with the olive, but like we were talking about earlier,
stuffed olive.
Say again?
The blue cheese stuffed olive.
See, that just seems like it's going to take away from the taste of the gin.
Really, it doesn't. It's pretty good.
Because you're
right. There's a lot of garnishes you can do with a classic martini.
So he's got the olive, and like I've done in my just vodka and ice and soda, I cut a lime really, really super thin. I squeezed the juice with a squeezer. And now you can do this. You can also do this to the martini, not just what I did to mine.
Right.
and then you with a knife, and you got to be very careful. Adult supervision. Cut all the pulp away from the actual rind, and then you take that rind and give that a little this is where the term comes from. Give it a little twist over the beverage.
Right, and what that does is you
Hold on a second. Time out.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Mrs. Lucas is home.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Come in. Go ahead. Come in. Come say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So we're doing a little segment on classic cocktails. We're doing a martini tonight. Did you get my text, by the way?
Yes and no. I don't know what you did.
I swear,
one of your girlfriends.
she.
No, you gave it to one of your girlfriends.
No, it's gone then because you must have given it to somebody.
Oh no, you must have given it to somebody. I never even touched the damn thing.
I bought one of these. Kirk, my guitar player, showed me one of these tumblers where you put ice in it, and the ice stayed for 4 hours or something like that, and he kept refilling. So I bought one, and then if I know where the heck thing's at, I'm pretty sure she gave it to a fireman.
All right, well, let's rally the troops back around this martini. The reason my friend says you twist that is you're actually getting the oil out of the skin of the lime or the lemon, which is where the most citrus flavor is.
Right, just like when you talk about people eating cucumbers with the skin on or whatever, that's where more of the flavor actually is.
Right. So to start with, in its basic form, a martini is, and I can't really advocate doing this, 1 part vermouth, 3 parts gin or vodka. Personally, I like to pour a little vermouth in the glass, put an ice cube in it, let it chill as I'm shaking up a gin, and then pour that around and out. That's about as much vermouth as I like. I like them fairly dry.
Mm-hmm. Where did you find it?
Where all the other glasses are.
Was it behind something?
No, it wasn't, because I've been looking all night.
Ask her if it was behind something. Men are hunter-gatherers. We no motion.
Where all the glasses are underneath in the cupboard.
We have glasses underneath.
Bob, tell her what she's won.
It's called. That's right. You see the name?
It's pink.
Bubba. Oh yeah, the Bubba keg. Yeah, we've got a Bubba.
And the only color they had left was this hot pink color. But you know what? I don't give a flying whatever.
You're a manly man. You're not embarrassed. You're wearing pink headphones.
This thing's going to get put used to use Saturday night. Anyway, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting, but you know what? Oh my God, it's almost 7:30.
And we've been so focused.
We're so good. That's the greatness of the show.
That is the greatness of this show.
So to get back to what my little buddy was saying, he takes the vermouth and he swirls it in the glass, but then empties that into the shaker.
No, I empty that into the sink. That's all the vermouth I want. Just enough to cover the inside of that glass.
Well, now come on. Now, let's go back to what we were just saying. The classic way to do it would be to put it into the shaker.
Right.
So if vermouth, and the vermouth is
it's a wine.
Yeah, but it's like a very dry. It's not something you would drink. You
would never drink vermouth by itself. It's certainly not dry vermouth. Sweet vermouth, I don't know. I've never tasted it.
So do how you feel, how you like the taste. If you try it out, maybe you'll want a little less.
There are some caveats in regard to the martini.
Sure.
Martinis, and I don't care what you like to drink. I'm not going to judge. However, if you can't see through it, it's not a martini.
If you can what?
See through. If you cannot see through it, it's not a martini. So I don't care what little Susie and the girls want to have with their chocolate teeny or their flirtini or their squirrel teeny. Enjoy your drinks, ladies, but let's not call them a teeny because it's not.
All teenies matter.
No, all teenies do not. That's the extent of my non-drink snobbery. A martini, one can see through. It contains gin and or vodka. There are another caveat in that this isn't a 100 level class, kids. This is a 300, maybe a 400 level class. You don't want to experiment too heavily with Brother Martini because he will bite you in your ass.
Oh, yeah. And to clarify what he said, because I even got a little confused, there's not any mix. You're drinking the straight booze. So if you're not one that is used to drinking a lot, be mindful of it.
Yeah, don't think you got one of those Don Draper fantasies and it's all going to be good.
But he makes it look so cool, though.
He does for a fact. And to that end, upstairs in my hutch, I have a martini pitcher straight from the 60s with a glass swivel stick. That certainly is not a 100 level glass.
I got your swivel stick.
So be careful as you experiment, but don't be afraid. Use good gin, use good vodka. Keep it cold if you can get it.
And not just good, though.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to do this, don't just get the cheapest gin there is. I mean, that's going to be the one snobbery thing I'm definitely going to say.
Absolutely. Maybe for your gin and juice, bumpy face is okay. Not for a martini.
I mean, at minimum, Tanqueray. At minimum.
Yep. And Tanqueray's a decent gin. It's not bad.
Right. I mean, it's not a high end, but it's not,
I'll tell you what, Tanqueray Ranjapur is pretty good stuff.
Say again?
Tanqueray Ranjapur.
What is that?
It's their high-end gin. Yeah, that's good stuff. Hendrix is a great gin. A lot of times you'll see people with a Hendrix martini put in a slice of cucumber for the garnish.
That's just...
Yeah, it's not my favorite. But
once again, whatever you like, whatever your own personal individual tastes, that's great. For me, I don't get the whole cucumber in a martini thing.
And I love a cucumber, but I'm with you. It just doesn't work for me.
I've known for years how much you love cucumber.
Well,
yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't mention that, but now that you have, we'll have to talk about how much you love pumpkins.
Oh, God. On that note, look at the time. It's halfway through the show, ladies and girls.
Yeah, mom and dad. So I have to go from drinking this lovely martini back to this tastes like blue Maui ass.
Well, do you want to get something else? I mean,
no, I'm a trooper.
Your bar's right there. I know it is.
I am a trooper. I'm good.
Right on.
So who are you toasting to?
Yeah, the halftime toast.
I'm with you.
Nothing really. I mean,
lick 'em, slam 'em, suck 'em, folks.
Do it. If it's dry.
Mm-hmm.
If it's wet.
If it moves.
In the truck.
Someday, when we've had more martinis than the class needed, we'll tell you the rest of that story.
That's another along with 805. That's a big team. Drew and Lucas staple there.
It is for a fact. So anyhow, closing out the martinis, give them a shot. They're a fun party drink. Almost, yeah, I see that. It's almost a social event building and pouring. They're fun. Give it a try.
If you have any ideas that you would like to share of what drinks you want us to try, definitely shoot us a message on 805liveshow.com or over on the Facebook page. We are up for requests.
And if you can think of what the hell to call this segment, tell us that too, because we haven't got a clue.
We'll get there. What is this first thing that you wanted to talk about?
The first thing I wanted to talk about, let's see here.
Does that go with the get off the line thing?
It does. You ready to vent our spleen?
Let's do a little get off the lawn.
Get off my lawn! Spike and Drew! Get off my lawn! Spike and Drew!
Well, who wants to go first, my angry little friend?
I'm going to go first.
Alrighty.
So my get off my lawn segment goes to local Sacramento news. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that I know I can be a jerk, a dick, an asshole sometimes. And that's not my point. That's not going to be my focal point in this of my reasoning that I'm going to give. Made my lunch, sat in the break room, turned on the TV, and the National Democratic National Convention is going on. Lots of stuff going on. And to be honest with you, Spike and Drew, we're not going to get into it.
We certainly aren't.
But it is a very top of mind subject.
Sure.
At the start of today's news on 2 local channels, 2 of them, local noon news. Their first story, their lead story was a young kid in Sacramento's Make-A-Wish was granted.
Okay. You know, I'm not as grumpy about that as you are.
There's so much more going on right now in the world.
Sure.
A priest, ISIS, fuck ISIS and their goddamn brown assholes. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
They killed a priest. It's like an 86-year-old priest.
Well, yeah, the younger ones can get out of the way.
In Japan,
Too soon?
a guy went in and killed a bunch of people with disabilities. And he had
Specifically.
He even emailed the police saying that he was going to do it. The convention's going on. Pokemon Go, for F's sake. All this other stuff going on. And the lead story on 2 local channels was this kid and his Make-A-Wish thing was being granted. Now, as I said, I'm not being a jerk about it. I'm glad they did it. I think it's a beautiful thing. Holy crap. There were almost thousands of people there today. And his wish, it still floors me. His Make-A-Wish was he wanted to be a garbage man for a day.
Are you serious?
So Sacramento got one of they had to have scrubbed it and cleaned it down because the ones that I have seen are always stank and butt. But they cleaned it up. They gave him a little, reflective jacket. I think they give him a hat. They let him play around with the little walkie-talkie that's in the thing. Why the hell they use a walkie-talkie or not walkie-talkie? Blah, blah, blah.
Radio?
CBs. Smoking the Bandit. They have the CB thing. Do truckers still use CBs?
It's been so long since I've trucked. I really don't know. I would assume so.
It's 2016 still, right?
Yeah, but you can't have 17 people on a conference call on your cell.
But why do you need 17 truckers on it? And the radius,
you know where Smokey is. Come on back. Jesus Christ. How are you going to get a convoy together?
Oh, that's a great song.
And that great song was performed by
C.W. McCall.
That a man. It is not easy to stump my little buddy Spike.
And so, yeah, that it behooved me a little bit today.
Behooved you to do what?
Well, no, I'm like, really? This is the lead story you've got. When all this other,
I don't hate on the fact that there's some feel good on the lead story. Because just
something about there must be something political about it that 2 stations, the CBS station and the the CBS and the NBC station both carried it. So there's got to be something political.
Could be.
That's fine. Oh, I lost my upper light.
That you're lit from below now?
No, I'm lit for above. And by the way, and I'm going to mark it right here. Where are we at time-wise? 7:38. one of my classmates, and I talked about her in the other episode. She does Wisconsin public television.
Oh yeah.
And I showed her a picture. She's like, well, how did you do that lighting? I said, you're not going to believe me when I tell you. I'm like, I've got a big ass monitor for
always size with you bitches. It's always size with you bitches.
And so when I open up a web page and it's mainly white or my iTunes or whatever, I just have this nice white soft glow. And so it works really well to take pictures with.
See, and I spent $50 on the Amazon. My hot.
And I stopped using now for about 3 episodes the little floodlight that I use because I thought it was making it look so hot, and I just
buddy.
There we go.
Trust me, you look so hot even without that shit.
Speaking of looking hot, little tribute to our big pal King Zebra because he had a rockin' weekend. Huh? See what I did there?
Oh.
Rock and rumble weekend.
Ahead of us, but yeah, he did have a great weekend.
He did. The thing here, let me stand up here. For those of you watching on the podcast, I broke out.
People don't watch the podcast, buddy.
No, but they listen on the podcast.
But you said watching.
Shut it down, Drew. I'm wearing my Zebra. This is the first initial run when we first got these, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the baseball jersey. Love it. Love it.
Little name on the back.
17 and everything.
Little name on the back. Yep, there it is.
So yeah. And I kind of did a subtle post to King Zebra's page saying, hey, Yankton Riverboat Days, you're fucking on notice because this thing's going to be big. You know, instead of people doing their vacations around Riverboat Days, they're going to start doing it around the Rock and Rumble, I think.
Oh, I think so. I think it's great.
There's pictures and video of just a cajillion bikes. I mean, not as much as Sturgis. Don't get me wrong.
He and Mike don't go to Riverboat Days. Just saying.
Was Fajita Mike there?
Yeah, he was selling food, dude.
The dude from the freaking
yep,
whatever the hell that show was.
Yeah.
What show is it? Because people are wondering.
It's the Sturgis show from the campground that I can't think of. Candy, help us out. She's probably working, not listening.
Yeah, she's probably 5 minutes to main stage.
Oh, but
this is Lucas. Are you within earshot? I can't tell. I don't think she is. She's probably outside watering something.
Watering things.
The fireman.
The Full Throttle.
Was that it? That might be right.
Yeah, Full Throttle.
It was on
the food vendor.
FX or whatever. It was on the
Discover
FX.
or whatever, yeah.
And they did a kind of a reality series, and Fajita Mike.
Yeah, he was the food guy.
Well, fajitas. Well,
fajitas are food.
But when you said he was the food guy,
well,
that's not totally accurate.
Is there anything else you'd like to correct me about?
Oh, the vodka's tasting better now.
You better hope it numbs your head because I'm going to smack you all up in the back of it.
I'm about ready for that.
So there you go. Ahead. I have a get off my lawn moment as well, my friend.
I was gonna say, so that was about it. I finished my salad and my grilled chicken because I'm trying to do that health thing. But
right.
So there you go.
There you go. I also have a get off my lawn after I fell victim to the ad machine.
The ad machine.
Yes.
Ads.
Ads, yes.
Like on Book to Face?
Well, on like the T, the V.
Okay.
Well, surely you must have seen lately how the almond milk commercials make it look like it tastes like the nectar of the gods.
No.
Okay, well, there are such things as almond milk commercials, and they make it look like
of the gods.
Best tasting thing ever. Now, couple things here. One, I drink, so I guarantee you it couldn't have been the best tasting thing ever. And two, those people are making great money to sell things that maybe don't live up to the hype. But I thought, hey, that looks really good. I like milk. Maybe I'll try almond milk. So for almost a week now, I get back from the grocery store. I'm like, shit, I was going to buy some almond milk, and I forgot. Today, on the way home, I thought, self, when you're buying all this booze for the freaking show, that is what I call myself.
You got to do the whole bit when you do it.
I know the missus won't like it if I don't.
There you go.
If she'd show her appreciation, I'd do it more.
Shut it down right now, dude.
So anyhow, I'm at the local Mega Mart, and anyhow, right? We know our weaknesses.
All our benchmarks in one shot.
We know our weaknesses. We'll call our shot. So I'm at the local Mega Mart, and I think to myself, self, because that's what I call myself, pick up some almond milk. So I have in my cart, I have that Shooty Booze Satsuma thing. I have Hendrick's Gin, and I go to the health market because it's not by the regular milk. And I look for almond milk, and I'm just going to get one of those little pint containers, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
No, you got to make a commitment to almond milk.
Make the big one, the gallon? Half gallon?
Half gallon. I'm not. I get home. I've got my little Reuben sandwich I bought also at the Mega Mart because I didn't feel like actually putting the bologna on the bread.
Oh, no.
And I pour myself a little glass of almond milk.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Oh,
you know what almond milk tastes like?
Well, not almonds.
Just exactly like almonds. Not smokehouse almonds. Not sea salt and vinegar almonds. Almond milk tastes exactly like a mouthful of liquid fucking almonds. And that's not good.
Well,
it's not even a little bit good.
When I have a comment from the floor when you're done.
Tear it up.
Team Lucas makes their smoothies. I'm not a big yogurt fan.
I am, but go on.
So I like using the almond milk as the more liquidy stuff to put in there.
Oh, bite my damn tongue.
No, say it. Oh my
the
God.
Liquidy stuff. Yeah, no.
Mouth when you say that.
Go ahead.
It. No, say it.
No, I'm just not going to talk about the liquidy stuff that you put in your mouth. It's just not my place.
Just dirty.
I am a dirty, dirty girl.
Anyway, so yeah, so in a smoothie with some banana and some pineapple and some strawberries and whatever stuff that my wife feeds me that I'm sure it's poisoning my brain or something.
Yeah, it's healthy and scaring your body.
Use the almond milk as the binder.
How is it in a smoothie?
I like it.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. Because frankly, all by its naked self, it's not what you're looking for.
So when you were watching the TV, the moving talking picture box,
yep,
were they selling it as, hey, toss this down your gullet?
Yep,
just plain.
You'll have the family in khakis and button-down short-sleeve shirts all grinning at you while you drink this almond milk. And put your cereal in there because it's good there too. I'm betting it's not. I'm just going to throw that out there. Cow tit squeezins for me, buddy. I am not an almond milk sort of guy.
Okay.
But I'll try a smoothie. I got most of half a gallon left. I can do this.
Right. Definitely try it in a smoothie, man.
I will do that.
Like just a cup. I don't think you need to do much more than that.
Yeah, I'll do it. That and some peanut butter and some celery. You know,
no.
I jest. Peanut butter in a smoothie is a noble animal, especially a little banana.
Butter, banana, and the almond milk. That might be something.
That might be something. I'll give that a shot and report back.
And a little bit of ice to get it nice and cold.
Yeah. When I said I was not a drink snob, I will say I am totally a peanut butter snob. Complete peanut butter snob. Because frankly, anything that doesn't come out of the health market, I'm not interested in. Two things go in peanut butter, people: peanuts and salt. End of story. Dump a half a cup of sugar in there and you're on your own. I got nothing to do with you.
There's our almond milk spot.
You talked about something scary that made me nervous.
I know, local news story. That's done.
Yep.
So it's not what you think.
Thank God.
It is what you think. No,
Is it Star Trek-y?
I'm saying that right. So we have a couple jingles that we use pretty much every day. And
Spike and Drew?
The Get Off My Lawn.
Right.
And the Stump Spike.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else that listens to it, but in the Casa de Lucas, those can kind of get stuck in your head when you listen to them.
We do love our spots, don't we?
We do. But things have evolved in another song area, and it has to deal with the boy. So
the four-legged boy.
The four-legged boy. So his name is Cabo, and I named him Cabo because my last name is Lucas, and I thought that's a cool effing name for a dog.
Sure.
So, but the other term of endearment that you and I have used for over 30 years is?
Many of them, little buddy.
Bubba.
Bubba. Yep. There you go.
So he's also, hey, Bubba. Hey,
yeah,
buddy.
my dog too. Our dog too.
Right?
Yep. And actually, 21 gets called Bubba on a fairly regular basis.
And so he's Cabo sometimes, he's Bubba other times, and then
it's all about the endearments.
Right. No, absolutely. So lately, Ashley that's where I was getting. I wanted to say Mrs. Spike. It came out. Ashley
called her Mrs. Lucas 8,000 times already. I don't think it really matters.
I know. Has been saying Bubs. Bubs. And then that transferred to Bus.
Gotcha.
And that really
like Gus, only not quite.
And when she first did it, I'm like, Bus, what the hell? And then she was just saying, and she went through the evolution of saying Cabo, Bubba, and then Bus, and then Bus. And about a week ago, somehow, and it got stuck, and it's one of those things where when you hear it, it's going to get stuck in your head. And I'm going to do this, and I apologize in advance for you guys.
Do it to me. Do it.
So now every once in a while, we'll call him Mr. Loba.
Oh, please play a clip.
That goddamn song.
A clip.
Mr. Loba.
Tell me you got it queued up. Play a little clip.
I don't. I wish I did. Oh, my God. I hate that song, but that little snippet calling him that is just fucking cracking me up lately.
That is some funny shit. And it's stuck in your head, isn't it?
Yeah, it really does, man. Because I texted her today. I'm like,
Mr. Loba.
Because you're making me think of Mr. Loba.
So he's a sex machine.
What is the song now?
Oh, Ray is screaming it as we speak. It's one of her favorites.
Hot Stepper by
Ini Kamuzi. Yeah. That is hilarious. And one of our multitudes of fans is laughing her ass off right now at my other house.
Mr. Loba.
Yep.
I gotta try to make that for a freaking text tone or ringtone.
So that would be Spike's earworm of the day.
Oh,
we should maybe make earworms a segment, because how many days of the week do you wake up and there is something stuck in your head?
Well, the other one that I can think right off the top of my head is the Pink song, So What?
That's a great one. That is a great one.
Oh my God, that's a bad.
Your whole house could fit in her swimming pool.
And and then last week, and we've talked about this before, where Daddy gets a little drunk and then he starts thinking he can sing.
I am so depressed that I slept through the entire time that was posted. And you pulled it off.
I didn't post it live.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I thought you actually had.
I emailed that to like you and Dad, and I think the Mrs. Loba.
Because frankly, that was money, honey.
It was good.
It was great.
It was sort of good. It was, but
let's just say those of us in the inner sanctum enjoyed it.
Last week, and it was last week during the day, a week ago during the day, Dangerous Dan, big man, my dad.
Our favorite Dan.
Posted on my page, Long-Haired Country Boy by Charlie Daniels Band.
Great tune.
So after the show last week, I had just enough booze and shots in me. I'm like, I think I'm going to get the karaoke version and I'm going to sing it.
That's a brilliant idea.
I had a lot of fun doing it, though.
You know what?
It wasn't the greatest, but it was all right. And at band practice last night, I asked her, I sent it to Kirk too. I said, did you listen to that thing? He's like, yeah, we should do that. I'm like, really? So we might be pulling that one into the repertoire eventually.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. If we had pride, we wouldn't do this show.
It's like a D chord almost the whole way. And so
seriously, if we had any pride, we wouldn't do this. So we'll throw it right out there. Right out there. So I have.
Are we going to do?
Oh yeah, we're going to do that.
We got to do it.
We're going to do it.
It's time to play the game you like. It's time to play. Let's Stump Spike.
And we're throwing it back. Loyal listeners will know. Do that again.
Sorry.
There you go. That a kid. Loyal listeners will know where this quiz came from. Today's quiz from our friends at Trivia Plaza is Monopoly game facts.
Nice. Oh my God. I love it.
That's
is
what we're
awesome.
doing. That is awesome. So talk here for a moment while my buddy Spike gets his fingers on his buttons.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
You're good, and I suspect your fingers are on your buttons. See what I did there?
Buttons.
Yeah. She charges too much. You're too broke. Question number 1.
Oh, I like this.
Now, my friend, in a standard game of Monopoly, and you might want to bring the missus in for this one.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, bring her in.
Mrs. Like I said,
all of this silliness I can edit out later. So, I
think she's outside.
All right.
Hold on one second.
Well, she is gonna pee her Hanes her ways when she hears this question. The beauty of this is nobody currently is watching us.
There's one viewer. Whoever you are, we love
probably
you.
Dad. Thanks, Dan. I love you, buddy.
Love you, Dan.
Hello, this is Ashley.
Hey, are you outside? You're live on the air, by the way.
Oh, yes, I am outside watering the plants.
Okay.
Would the mystery guest enter and sign in, please?
Mr. Drew is requesting your presence for Stump Spike.
Okay, I am on my way in. It's not Stump Mrs. Spike, it's Stump Spike. So why is Mrs. Spike involved?
It's a pre-shadowing for the 805 show.
It's a I'm sorry, I forget that you can't hear what he's saying. There she is. All right. So let's see how we can do this. How do you want to do this?
Just give her the phones.
Give her the headphones.
Give her the phones.
All right.
Yep.
Realize that I can't hear then.
Right. All right, Mrs. Spike, this is foreshadowing for the 805 show. You're familiar with the 805 show we're going to do in August.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of the show.
Yeah, so this is Stump Spike, and today's Stump Spike is Monopoly trivia.
Okay.
And the first question happens to be right up your wheelhouse.
Right up my what?
Hello.
Hello. I said wheelhouse, but we'll just leave that alone because I blush easy. Question number 1 is in a stand. He is so on it. Proud of you, little buddy.
Right.
In a standard game of Monopoly, if a player owns all the railroads, the rent for each of these is how many times higher than the rent for just owning one?
Oh.
Well, if you
4.
Well, no.
You can even choices.
Or is it 8? 6, 4, 10, or 8 times higher?
It would be 8. Mr. Shebeck.
You, my friend, are correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right, it's going to get tougher now.
Oh, boy.
Question number 2.
Wait a minute. I thought it was Stump Spike.
Well, she's cuter than you.
It's Stump Spikette now.
Now, in the UK standard Monopoly game, what is the most expensive property? Would that be Mayfair,
Yes.
Park Lane,
Oh.
Oxford Street, or Trafalgar Square?
Oh, I really don't know. I'm not quite familiar with the UK version, but I'm going to go with a Trafalgar.
Trafalgar Square, and you, my dear, are wrong. It is Mayfair.
Damn it all.
All right. In the standard Monopoly, how many houses equal one hotel?
4. Well, actually 5, because you have 4 houses, and then you put the 5th one on, and that makes it a hotel.
You, my dear, are correct. All right. Is he sticking his tongue in your ear or whispering to you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he really is using his tongue, and I just love it.
I've heard of that voice. I've never actually heard it. All right. Question number 4.
To you.
Again, in the standard game of Monopoly, how much interest do you have to pay the bank when lifting a mortgage on your property, in addition to the mortgage value?
I'm sorry. Alex, no, I don't need them. 10% more.
10% more is correct, my love.
Why is she talking? Why is she still talking in British?
Well, because we have UK questions.
Okay.
All right. Question number 5. Again, in the UK standard game, which property has the lowest hotel rent? Would that be Whitechapel Road, the Angle of Islington, maybe the Angel, I don't know, Euston Road, or Old Kent Road?
Oh, let's go with White Castle. That's where Jack the Ripper did all his stuff. So
He did not do the cheapest property, which is Old Kent Road.
Oh, damn it. Jack, let me down. All right.
All right. Question number 6. Which of these is not a property on the U.S. standard Monopoly game? Would that be Virginia Avenue, North Carolina Avenue, Georgia Avenue, or Tennessee Avenue?
Alex, it would be Georgia.
Georgia Avenue, Kai.
Yay!
Did I win?
Well, we tell her what she's won, Bob. Question number 7. Again, in the standard game, the number of available hotels is limited. How many can you find in the game? Can you find 20, 12, 16, or 8?
God, I think the houses are. Is it 20? You think it's 20? I think that's too much. But 20. We're going to go with 20.
You would be incorrect. The correct number is 12.
Get listening to Mike.
It's only, you didn't know. It's only 12?
12 hotels is all there are.
Houses, though.
I thought it was 32 houses.
You would just need to shut your whore mouth, Spike, till I get to that one.
Yeah, shut your horn mouth.
Question number 8. The streets on a standard U.S. Monopoly board are named after locations in which city? Would that be Atlantic City, New York, Las Vegas, or Aspen?
Oh, give me the choices again. Damn that freaking clock.
Atlantic City, New York, Las Vegas, or Aspen?
I'm going to go with Atlantic City.
You're going to go that way because that's the correct answer. All right.
Mr.
Question
Loba.
Lobo, Lobo. Question number 9. Again, in the standard.
And I only say that because Mr. and Mrs. Lucas can't be in the same place without the peacekeeper like right at our feet.
You talking about the trundle board, the blocker?
Right.
Right.
Say
In a
your
standard
business.
focus. In a standard game of Monopoly, what is the value of a house when you sell it back to the bank? Would that be 3/4 price, 4/5 price, half price, or 2/3 price?
Alex would be half price.
Half price, love. That's correct. All right. And now for the final question. That was weird. How many properties can you find on a standard Monopoly board game? Would that be 32, 36, 24, or 28?
It's properties. Damn. That probably counts the railroads too, huh?
See, that's
That's
a tricky question.
You're a tricksy trickster, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a tricksy man.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 6, 17.
The fact that she has a frame of reference to calculate this from just makes me laugh.
Was 22 one of the choices?
No, but 24 was.
Okay, yeah, because of the utilities. We're going to go with 24, Alex.
Alex says you're wrong. It's 28.
You. So you counted the freaking railroads. Those aren't
Hey, don't hate the player.
hate the game.
That a kid. There you go. You, my friend, have scored a 6 out of 10.
That's passing.
Can I get extra points if I show you?
Nothing. Say good night, Gracie.
Your IQ, Gracie. Ta-da!
Jiminy.
Christmas Spike.
Right?
Well, that certainly was interesting, folks. You just met one of our replacement hosts. The other one you'll meet in a week or two, and Spike and I will just drink.
One of these times that might just happen too.
The show will go through the roof. We will go through depression and therapy. I suspect.
Lovely. That was pretty fun.
That was fun.
We didn't do as good as I thought we would.
I suspected, even though it was timely, I thought it might be a tough one. I'll be honest with you. I went through it at a time.
You had a couple tricky ones, plus the whole UK thing was totally uncalled for.
Well, no, frankly, the Stump Spike has been a walk in the park for you of late. This was payback, biatch. Mr. Loba.
Mr. Loba.
Yup, that's the one. So what should we do, Spike?
I guess we got to call it.
Should we return them bitches to their full upright positions?
We should. What? You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses, return your stewardesses to their upright position. And as always, party at 408 Burley, do good deeds. And there was one other thing in there.
You're Spike.
I'm Spike.
I guess I'm Drew. We'll see you in a week, y'all.
See ya.
805 Live with Spike and Drew is copyright 2016. Please read and follow all label directions. The views and opinions of Spike and Drew should not be taken as legal advice. No animals were harmed in the shooting of this documentary. Okay, a couple dribbled over mildly injured. 29 City, 45 Highway. Your results may vary. Hooters would really like it if you'd sponsor us. Warning, spelling errors in this message are the product of a poor school system. Pay your teachers more than athletes. Does this handkerchief smell like chloroform to you? The product is meant for educational purposes only and resemblance to real persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Void where prohibited. Some assembly required. List each check separately by bank number. Batteries not included. Contents may settle during shipment. Use only as directed. No other warranty expressed or implied. Do not use while operating in motor vehicle or heavy equipment. Postage will be paid by addressee. Apply only to affected area. For erections lasting more than 4 hours, call a hooker. May be too intense for some viewers. For recreational use only. All models over 18 years of age. If condition persists, consult your physician.